Okay, you should be able to start right now.
Okay, I'm going to call the meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals to order. And the secretary will read the call of the meeting.
This was posted on the Town of Bloomfield webpage on June 19, 2020. Legal notice, Town of Bloomfield Zoning Board of Appeals. Notice is hereby given that the Zoning Board of Appeals will conduct public hearings at a meeting to be held on July 6, 2020, commencing at 7:30 p.m. via the Zoom meeting platform to consider the following. Number 1, a request by Joseph Merritt for a variance to section 3.1.c.3.p and 7.13.c.1 to remove a condition of approval for a previous approved variance for lot frontage granted in 1986 that states that the variance should immediately expire if the pool club ceases to exist. 267 Doncaster Road, lot 638-1-A, Rum Springs Club owner. If you wish to do the hearing and or testify during the hearing, you will need to register, and it gives a bloomfieldct.zoom.us/webinar link. Once registered, you will receive instructions on how to join the meeting using your computer, smartphone, or regular phone line. If you do not wish to testify, the meeting will also be live streamed on YouTube at YouTube/S498DGPJ07Y. Written material and testimony may be subjected to 24 hours, must be submitted up to 24 hours before the meeting by emailing the Director of Planning at jginer@bloomfieldct.org. Please call Jose Geiner at 860-769-3514 if you have any questions. A recording of the proceedings will be available approximately 1 week after the meeting on the Town Plan and Zoning Commission website. Interested persons may view the application material on the ZBA website at bloomfieldct.gov/zoning-board-appeals. This was dated Bloomfield, Connecticut, this 19th day of June 2020, Zoning Board of Appeals. Jacqueline Isaacson, Chair.
Thank you. Mike, do you know who voted last time back in January? Because Mark's not here, so we need one of our alternates. It looks like Ike voted, but
Yeah, I voted last time.
Yeah, it was Robert.
so it's either Keith or Tashna, either one.
Yes,
Okay.
and they're both
Okay.
on.
I think they're both on. Are both of you on?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Tashna
on. Yes, I'm on.
and Keith? Okay, it goes to Tashna.
Yes, bingo.
Okay. All right. So Joe, if you will start by stating your name and address for the record, and then explain what you are wanting to do. And maybe you can give us some background on this also, because I did read what I had, but I'm still a little confused.
It's confusing, yes. Joseph P. Merritt, 31 Woods Road, Bloomfield. This goes back a few years, like to 1955, when my father built a swimming pool and decided that if he put it in his backyard, the whole neighborhood would be in it anyway. So he might as well stick it up back and involve the whole neighborhood in using it and taking care of it. So he built the pool and put it up there and rented it out to Rum Spring Club for the next 30 years. And it was part of his land, and there was no legal division of it at that point. And about 1985, or 6 or 7, I guess it was. I said, I don't think this is very smart to be owning and being liable, and he had deeper pockets than I do, a swimming pool. And because somebody dives off the diving board and has an accident, you could be liable. And so we at that time gave the pool to the club, and with the option to buy it back, with the possibility, and in fact, the expectation that the pool would not last forever as an organization. But that doesn't seem to be true. So anyway, it keeps on chugging along. It had a bad period. So back in about 25 years ago, where I came very close to giving the pool to the town. In fact, really, the town was looking at it and everybody, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of the diving board and a few other things. And I got talked out of doing that, and things bounced back. The pool recovered, and right now it's as strong as ever. And I hope it lasts forever, because it's something of a legacy from my family and me. And I'm very proud of the fact that it's contributed so much to the neighborhood, and hope it continues to do that. And I care more about the pool than I do about anything else. So the problem I'm having with this request to get rid of this hitch in the on the driveway, which is a frontage, of course, for the pool, which is a back lot, although it's not an approved building lot, but it's only 20.8 feet wide, and it borders a lot that I want to sell, which has a minimum frontage, so I can't give up any frontage on that lot. But I'd like to sell that lot, but if I were to sell it with the frontage it has right now, and with this condition on it, I would never be able to cash in or sell a back lot, because nobody would be willing to buy one, because the driveway has that condition on it. So I would like to have the ability to there's enough land so that it's quite possible that there could be a back lot there, as well as a Rum Spring pool. And I'm going back to the old arrangement of rental and exercising my option to buy that pool back, so that I can use some of the unused pool land towards a future lot or a re-subdivision, which whatever I do, I'll have to go through the TP&Z. So we're not doing anything to create a new back lot or anything like that. All I'm trying to do is make sure that the present driveway is okay, with no condition on it, so I can sell this frontage lot, which is the only thing I'm planning to do in the next few years. I eventually want to be able to sell a second lot, but that's not something for the near future, and would also require presentation and re-subdivision in front of the TPC. I've brought Corey Bowie as a president of Rum Spring Club, and this is very important to them to continue to exist, because the way it is now, I have to choose between being able to sell a back lot eventually, or Rum Spring Club. I mean, if I were not to get this approved, I'd be stuck with the only way I'd be able to get paid for the back lot would be to sell the whole thing, including the pool, and that would mean the end of Rum Spring. So I certainly don't want to do that. So this would allow Rum Spring to continue to exist ad infinitum, hopefully. So, and allow me to also do something towards my retirement, which my investment advisor advises I do. So I think can I answer questions on this, or?
Let me start by asking. So we were given a map. We were given a map with the packet and a separate map, but neither one of them is a complete map. So there's all these lots here. I have lot 1, lot 2, lot 3. I've got and I really don't know. So the lot, what's in front of the pool?
There
There's
is
another lot there. Right?
no lots at present. I'm trying to do some re-subdivision and drawing up some optional things that I would hope to present to the TP&Z eventually, but that's not really on the table now. The only lot is my front lot fronting on Doncaster Road that I would like to sell in the next 2 or 3 years.
That's
And-
1211?
I'm sorry, I don't have that in front of me. That's a lot right next to,
Maybe Mike can answer that. Mike?
I believe that's lot 1211,
Thank you.
which also would have been known as 265.
yes.
Yes, it says that there. Okay. All right, so that's the lot that you're looking for to sell, to get the variance off of, correct?
No, the
No.
variance is on the driveway, the frontage for the Rumspring Pool driveway.
Yeah, just above, Jackie, just above the lot 1211. You'll see a long strip. It should have been highlighted. I'm not sure if you got these in color or not, but
Are the ones-
it has a dimension 20.81.
Yes.
That is the lot in question, and the variance would be on that 20.81, in that it should be 25 feet to meet the regulations.
Okay, so it's missing 4 point something.
Yeah.
4.2 or something. Okay. Does anybody else on the board have questions? We want to go by raising hands here. Jose, you're still there. You can see. I don't have any hands
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I can see anybody raising their hands, but if you could,
I'm not seeing any hands. Oh, yes, I do. Keith, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, and this may have been sent to me, I apologize. I'm just trying to get an idea of what it looks like. Is this to either the left or the right of
The bike path.
that lot that we're referring to, 12?
Yes,
11?
yes, it is. It's just west of that lot. It borders that lot.
On one of your maps, it should say not an approved building lot. See note number 8, and it's listed as lot 1A on one of your maps.
Yeah, I've got to find that map. That's fine.
That's the small map that was stapled to the packet, as opposed to the bigger one that's two pages.
Right.
Okay, so it's the last page of that one. So this frontage is on Doncaster,
Yes,
20.81.
and it's right between the bike path and the lot I want to sell.
Okay, okay. And Mike, do you have anything that you want to add to this? Any staff comments or anything?
Yeah, not really. Again, this is unfortunately what we learned years ago, that it's difficult to condition a variance based on the ownership of the property. And I think Joe stated it correctly, that with that condition, it makes it virtually impossible to do whatever with that lot. Again, if the Rumspring Club were to go belly up, really, again, I don't know what to do with that lot, because the previous variance then says, that the previous variance is null and void. So again, and again, that's the problem with conditioning it to a specific owner, is that you run into these situations where if it run with the property, then the variance would be forever on that property. But again, to the owner, it kind of mumbles things up in the future, and that's where we are today.
Okay, thank you. And Corey, did you want to add anything?
Well, I just want to say, I think if the pool club wasn't in existence, I guess it wouldn't matter to us what happened to the driveway. And I think, the merits, and Joe have he has very good intentions for the pool club, and he's done nothing but try and help it exist and help it continue. So I at this point don't see an issue with what he's asking for.
Oh, how do you get into the pool club? Because the map I have, is it this driveway?
It is. So the driveway goes straight back to the area where the pool is, past, I think, both of those potential lots that Joe's talking about to the north.
On one of your maps, it's listed as existing gravel drive.
Yes.
Yes, oddly enough, that really isn't completely true because the driveway used to be on where the bike path is now.
Mm.
And for 60 years, CLNP allowed us to do that. And so the town actually built a road that's at least half of it is still on CLNP's land. The actual land that we're talking about, the 20.8 feet wide part, is a row of cedar trees that nobody wants to, hammocks that nobody wants to cut down. So that almost isn't relevant. But,
So the gravel drive is how you get into the swim club.
yes,
Correct.
So if you were to sell off this front lot, Rum Springs would not need permission from whoever owns it to still get there. Is that correct, or isn't it?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay, I guess that's what so they wouldn't lose their access.
No.
No, okay. Okay. All right. I have no other questions. Does anybody else on the board have any questions?
I have a question because I don't know the area that well. Is that gravel walkway, driveway, is that all part of the property or is that something separate? I mean, all that is inclusive of your property,
the
Mr. Merritt.
actual driveway is, as I said, halfway on CLMP land. So we're talking about the requirements and zoning requirements, and that is completely on Rum Spring property.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Joe, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.
And that we don't have anybody from the public. You didn't have any requests, right, Jose?
Yeah, there's nobody in the attendee other than the recording secretary.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure for the record so that we had that in there. Okay, then I'm going to close the public hearing. And are there any comments or anything anybody wants to discuss before we make a motion as a board here? So I think I was gonna have, is Tashna still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so I was gonna have Tashna vote this time for the person that's missing. And Keith, you would be the next time we have somebody who doesn't show up. Anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we accept it.
Was that Seth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't quite get it. Okay. So you're making a motion that we accept the variance the way it's written here. Okay. And do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay. And Shirley's going to second. Okay. And all in favor of the motion?
You want to state some reasons? Put some reasons in that motion? Just in case.
Well, I guess maybe Seth, you might want to say that because it's, it's very unusual for the variance to be linked to an owner rather than to the property.
So how do you want the motion to be worded?
That's the reason. I think the way Mike stated it was because that it's unusual that a variance is linked to an owner rather than to the property. And since this is linked this way, we want to reverse that. We want to take it off. I guess that would be the reason that I say. If you're okay with that, and Shirley's okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
You okay with that, Seth?
Yes, I'm okay with it. Yep.
Okay, great. Okay. So all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Um,
Aye.
anybody against the motion? Any abstentions? Okay, so the motion, everybody voted, correct?
Yes.
Okay, everybody. So the motion carries. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
I can't see everybody. So the motion carries 5-0, and it was nice seeing you, Joe.
Okay, well, thank you very much, all of you. I appreciate it. This makes things simpler. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, is there any new business, any other business that we have besides the minutes? Hard to remember that far back.
Say we haven't met in so long, it is hard to remember.
I mean, that's before COVID, really. I did read them over. To me, they looked okay. Anybody have any problems with the minutes? Everybody that's supposed to be on there was here, I guess. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes from our last meeting,
Dated January.
January something, and I don't remember the date.
I know, I'm looking. Dated January 6th meeting. Okay.
Okay, dated January 6th, 2020.
Second to that? Did I have one? Somebody? Seth?
I can't. I wasn't at the meeting.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
Okay, so you can't. Keith, and Keith is, Robert,
Keith.
you were at the meeting.
Second.
Okay. All right, so all in favor of I don't think we have to vote on that, actually, just approval. Anything else anybody has while we're here looking at each other?
We will be doing this again in August.
We will.
We do have an application. So if anyone is away or, if we need to change that date for whatever reason, obviously it's easier on the Zoom that you can do it remotely. But like I said, if we can't get a quorum, it's better to know now than later. But we do have an application.
What's the exact date? August. I have to look at my calendar.
Well, you had to ask me that.
It's like the third, I think.
Third or the 10th.
Yeah.
Anybody have an issue with that date as of now?
I'm sorry, what's that date? Repeat that,
August
please.
3rd.
August 3rd?
Be the first Monday in August.
Yeah, August 3rd.
Okay. So at this time, we're going to continue doing them as Zoom, correct?
Yeah, at least till September. I forgot what the exact date is that the executive order expires from the governor. So,
Okay.
and my guess is for these type of meetings, that's probably going to get extended. But
Okay.
for now, the executive orders are only good through the end of the state of emergency, which I think is somehow September 9th.
The only thing I have to say is that, it would have been better to have a bigger map here so we knew exactly what we were looking at for the area. So especially without having an applicant coming in and bringing you, maps that they can put up in front of you, it's a little bit difficult. So maybe we can just think about that when we're doing the packet for the,
Sure.
Yeah,
and-
you
and we
will
can
have a-
scan them in.
You will have a full size for the August meeting. I can vouch for that.
okay, thanks, Mike. Okay. All right, well, I don't have anything else. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. All right, Jose, we're good.
All right. That went
Perfect.
smooth relatively.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Good seeing you.
Take
All right,
care.
be safe. Be
You
safe,
too.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
All
Bye.
right, bye-bye.